Hey glucose junkies, it's Freely the Banana Girl here. Today I want to talk to you about the Raw Till 4 program. I've been hyping it up a bit lately and I know a lot of you are excited about hearing about it because it has given my mum fantastic results. She's been on the lifestyle on the Raw Till 4 program for a couple of years now and she actually coined the term Raw Till 4, which is pretty cool. And she's getting great results. I mean, like, lost over 10 kilos. People comment all the time on how much better she looks, how much her skin looks way better, her body, everything. And she's posing in bikinis all the time and feeling fantastic. So I'm very happy about that. And I know that it can also give you similar results and you don't have to, no one has to get hurt at mealtime. Because that is the thing that really distresses me the most, is when I hear people go back to eating their friends, eating animals. I just see another baby going to slaughter unnecessarily and it breaks my heart every time, and I want to do whatever it takes to stop this happening, to prevent it as much as possible. Hence the Raw Till 4 program came into fruition. So I'm just going to run you through some quick principles. I don't want this video to be too long because there is a risk of it being too long because I have a lot of kind of guidelines I want to go through, but I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible, and please listen because it's going to be worthwhile for you. Like, another thing that I see a lot is people who do the raw vegan or the vegan path and they eat too much fat. They get totally fatted out on their nuts, their tahini, the oils, whatever, and they end up going back to eating animals, and they feel terrible, they end up damaging their health. So this is another thing I want to prevent. I'm all about carbs, baby. I'm honestly all about carbs, and I want to help you be all about carbs too, because I know how fantastic it is for our health, for the environment, for just all general well-being. So let's get into the principles. The first one is, so only plant foods are allowed on this program, no meat or dairy, only plant foods, no animal products. Fruits and greens only must be consumed until 4 p.m. And then after that, you want to have a high-carb cooked plant foods dinner. So what's that? What's some examples of the carbohydrates? Well, rice, potatoes, quinoa, like other grains. If you know of some grains that you really like and you want to put them in, those as well. Root vegetables. Okay, so that is going to make up the majority of your dinner. But you also must have a big green salad with it, because that big green salad is going to help with the digestion of the cooked food and also help kind of buffer any acidity created by the cooked food. Okay, so big green salad and masses of potatoes and rice and stuff. Okay, I'm talking like, if you have potatoes, you're going to have at least a 2-kilo bag. All right, don't be shy, don't be scared of getting those carbs in. So next one is 1,000 calories from fruit for breakfast and lunch. Okay, so we don't want you to be in this little I'm just gonna eat a little bit of fruit for breakfast and lunch and then have a massive dinner. No, that's how sumo wrestlers eat, all right? We want you to have a big breakfast, a big lunch. The idea is to get as much raw food into your gullet as possible, because the raw food is really what is the most healthiest. So most of your diet should be raw food. So at least 1,000 calories for breakfast, at least for dinner, at least for lunch, and then ideally over 1,000 calories from cooked high-carb vegan food. Okay, so next one. A lot of people ask me about salt, and they're like, what do I do instead of salt? Well, a good thing to do is lemon juice. Lemon juice can actually taste really quite salty. So try that on your dishes, try a whole lot of lemon juice and see how you go. It's much, much better for you than having fragmented sodium chloride in your meals. No, it's not. Even Himalayan pink salt, that is the same, okay? It's still going to act like salt in your body, still going to puff you out, still going to age you, and all the other things that you don't want from salt. It is not actually a health food, ever. So you want to eat as minimally processed as possible, okay? Whole foods, whole plant foods. Don't get caught up in the junky vegan food, because that's high fat. And the high fat's going to fat you out. It's going to make you fat. It's not going to make you feel the best. And it's going to make you start to question your diet. And that's why a lot of people go back. I've seen even the most ethical vegans go back because they were totally malnourished eating a high-fat diet. A high-fat diet of any persuasion is not healthy. Really, really not healthy. So buy organic wherever possible. It tastes better, it's better for the environment, and you're doing a really good thing for the animals, the environment, and for your own health by eating organic. Okay, you don't want to be getting mixed up in that GMO stuff, especially with potatoes. Always buy organic because they're full, like the growing process is full of herbicides, fungicides, suicide. All right, you don't want that in your mouth. You don't want that building your cells. All right. No sweet fruits, no sugar, anything like that after your cooked high-carb vegan dinner, because that's just going to ferment. It's going to mix in your colon with the cooked food, and you're going to get this full-on fermentation happening. You do not want that, all right? We don't want fermentation. We want it all to move through freely, okay? Because sugar is designed to move through your body quickly. It doesn't want to be held up. So cooked starches will hold the sugar up, and it can start to cause problems, all right? We don't want that. And I suggest that one day a week you go raw. You have a fully raw day, because that's just going to give your body a bit of a break from the cooked food, because it really, in nature, we would not have eaten the cooked food, so we want to be as raw as possible. So maybe choose a Monday where you're completely raw, you eat raw all day, okay? What else we have here? Okay, so chickpeas, beans, and lentils. I get questions about these all the time. Can we include them? Yes, but remember they're not a high carb food, so really just keep them as like a bit of a side dish, make up most of your plate with the carbohydrates and have them more of a side dish, because they can increase your fat percentage quite a bit if you have them as the main bit of your meal. All right, so keep the calories. The fat has to be below 10% of daily calories. If you don't know how to work that out, go to chronometer.com, punch in what you eat, and it will give you the percentage of fat, carbohydrates, and protein of what you're eating. So below 10% of calories. So you want to be above well above 80% of calories from carbohydrates is what I actually recommend. I think it's best to have at least 90%. So unlimited calories every single meal. Yes, unlimited, unlimited, unlimited. No calorie restriction here, no deprivation mentality. Kick that to the curb. That's a diet industry mentality. That's the old way of thinking that never works. It keeps you dependent on drugs, like weight loss drugs, coffee, stimulants. No, you don't want that crap in your blood anymore. You are better than that. Your cells deserve better than that. So fully carb up every single meal. Don't want to hear that you're calorie restricting, okay? Use herbs whenever you can in place of salt. And if you're going to buy like a low-fat sauce to go with your potatoes or your rice or whatever, this is what I recommend. You go to the supermarket, you look on the label, and if it has more than 300 grams of sodium per 100 grams, don't get it, okay? Below 300 grams of sodium per 100 is going to be a lot better for you. There's some really, really salty sauces out there, and they are not health food, okay? Avoid them at whatever cost you can, because salt is essentially a drug and it will keep you dependent on it if you have too much. So low sodium diet is what I recommend. Number one, low sodium, okay? So let me have a look here. Oil, never add any oil to any of your meals. Oil should definitely be out of the diet. If it's in the sauce a little bit, if the fat content's low, then good. Just be careful of it. Avoid it at all costs, because it is not a health food. You can also have some like gluten-free corn pasta if you want. I've experimented in the past 6 years with a little bit of cooked food here and there, and this is the sort of way of eating which will work the best. But I'm always coming back to fruit. I want you to know that fruit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with greens is queen. No matter what, that is the diet that we're designed to eat. But this is a plan that you can do for the rest of your life if you want, or you can do it transitioning to a raw food diet. So don't feel guilty, about having that cooked meal at night, because it will keep you on track and satisfied, feeling good, achieving your weight loss goals, achieving your fitness goals, and there's nothing to be ashamed about for that, okay? Best to make your own sauce as well. So remember, you will need to drink more water, okay? This is 10 minutes 40 now, so I'm going to try and wrap it up. You need to drink more water on this program because the cooked food does take water from your body to digest it, because cooked food is very low in water because it's essentially had the water cooked out of it. When you eat a lot of fruit, the water's still present, okay? So it still plumps your cells up. But the cooked food can dehydrate your cells. So you need more water. Make sure you're peeing clear, especially before bed. If you're not peeing clear before bed, just drink. Drink until you cannot, or drink until you're peeing clear before you go to bed. That will ensure that the process in the morning, the cleansing, your sleep, everything is going to be nice and balanced. And your elimination in the morning is going to be fluffy and hydrated. That's important. Also, exercise. Make sure you exercise as well. Like, that is going to help with the digestion of the cooked food, and it's going to pump it through quicker. So we don't want it to be stagnating around in your colon. So you want to go out there, you want to get the lymphatic system pumping, you want to get the colon really efficient. So exercise is important. Or just movement, get out there and do something a couple of times a week, put some intensity in there, and you will really start to notice a difference. In your body as well, you'll start to get a lot leaner. That's what I noticed specifically. And, you're going to feel like that because you're going to have enough carbs in your blood. You're going to have enough sugar in your bloodstream. After a while, you're just going to be like, hell, I feel like moving. I really feel like it. And that's going to be probably a foreign feeling for a lot of you who have been on a high-fat diet for a long time. But you're going to love this, okay? So give it a go. Try it for at least 30 days. And I've got a Facebook page, Raw Till 4. I'm going to put the link in the description and stuff. So make sure you go there, put a like on it. And my mum and I, we're going to be running it and putting tips on there. Okay, so I hope that helps a lot. I hope you give this a go because you deserve to feel satisfied at every meal. All right, don't forget to go fruit yourself today. I will see you on the Raw Till 4 page.
Go fruit yourself.